Get ready for the news. We start with Tasha Ghouri of Strictly Come Dancing addressing the serious barriers deaf people face in everyday life. Tasha Ghouri shared powerful insights from the hearing loss charity RNID about how negative experiences build up and the impact they have on confidence. She is backing the It Does Matter campaign to equip people with simple communication tips and BSL videos. And she tells us exactly how a few small changes can create a more inclusive world for everyone.
Stop using your finger for notes, sketches, and edits. This Jam Jake stylus pen gives your iPad a smoother, more precise writing feel with palm rejection so your hand can rest naturally on the screen. It charges fast, works for hours, and comes with replacement tips. Perfect for school, work, or creative projects. Check the link in the comments to grab it on Amazon.
Next up, we look at the racing world where Amelia Earhart proved too strong in the Weatherby's Cheshire Oaks. Amelia Earhart defeated the well-touted I'm the One in a thrilling finish, showcasing incredible grit and skill on the track. We dive into the analysis from Ryan Moore and the owners, Coolmore, discussing what made Amelia Earhart's run so compelling and how she outperformed the market favorite. The headlines shift dramatically as celebrities and footballers take a stand. Paul Weller, Stephen Rea, members of Kneecap, and former football players have signed an open letter demanding the Football Association of Ireland to refuse to play Israel. They are calling for a boycott based on serious breaches of international statutes, urging Ireland to be a pioneer in this crucial conversation. And finally, we wrap up with a moment of tradition as the Princess Royal marked the 3rd anniversary of the King's coronation with a grand gun salute in Hyde Park. We cover the incredible military display involving the King's Troop Royal Horse Artillery and the details of the ceremonial event, including the remarkable moment when soldiers guided a mother duck and her ducklings safely away from the action. Stay with us for more breaking news. Strictly Come Dancing star Tasha Ghouri has voiced her support for a campaign aimed at improving accessibility for the deaf community following a report by the hearing loss charity RNID. The research conducted by RNID highlights the persistent, significant barriers deaf individuals encounter in daily life, including difficulties with shopping, medical appointments, and social interactions. The findings indicate that nearly a quarter of people would avoid interacting with someone who is deaf if they anticipated communication would be too challenging. Tasha Ghouri, who is deaf and participated in the 2024 series of BBC's Strictly, has publicly backed RNID's It Does Matter campaign. This initiative focuses on providing individuals with practical communication tips and videos to learn fundamental phrases in British Sign Language, BSL. Ghouri described the experience of living in a hearing-centric society as feeling like being in an invisible box, but expressed optimism for change, stating, "With a few simple changes, we can include everyone." She emphasized that individuals should not face struggles with routine activities such as shopping or visiting doctors. She noted that negative experiences accumulate over time, leading to feelings of loneliness and isolation that impact confidence. However, Ghouri believes a more inclusive world is attainable through improved communication methods. She added that while people desire better communication, they often lack the necessary skills and confidence. Crystal Rolfe, the charity's director of health, echoed this sentiment, calling the research a stark reminder that society currently excludes deaf people and those with hearing loss. Rolfe stressed that by making small adjustments to communication, the community can dismantle everyday barriers and ensure everyone has the opportunity to thrive. Amelia Earhart secured a significant victory in the Weatherby's Cheshire Oaks, demonstrating superior form over the heavily fancied I'm the One. Amelia Earhart triumphed over the well-touted contender, giving Aidan O'Brien a 10th win in the prestigious race. I'm the One had been widely tipped as the next superstar filly, making a winning debut at Newbury and being the 6th favorite for the Epsom Oaks. However, the market leader struggled early, failing to fully adapt to the track conditions, whereas Amelia Earhart, fitted with a hood and blinkers, ran smoothly under Ryan Moore's guidance. Despite being close in the final stages, I'm the One could not match Amelia Earhart's performance, with the latter powering home in a decisive 13-8 finish, winning by 2 lengths. Moore praised the filly's suitability, noting that a 1.5 miles suited her perfectly and that she handled the ground and track flawlessly. Boyle Sports had previously held a 3-1 favorite for the Oaks, shifting their support to Amelia Earhart. Owners Paul Smith of Coolmore expressed confidence in the filly's potential, stating she was always destined to improve for the increased distance, and that Ryan Moore was delighted with her strong finish, temperament, and honest nature. Aidan O'Brien commented on the winner, describing her as quirky and possessing a unique quality. He noted that while she had been a bit immature the previous year, the experience gained provided a solid foundation for the current season. John and Thady Gostin, owners of I'm the One, acknowledged the result, suggesting it was expected. They noted that their filly showed a lack of experience in her second run, but made a solid effort, learning valuable lessons about the track layout at Chester. They indicated that while she handled the 1.5 miles well, they are currently evaluating future races, including the Ribblesdale at Royal Ascot. Celebrities and footballers have launched a high-profile campaign urging the Football Association of Ireland, or FAI, to refuse participation in upcoming matches against Israel. Paul Weller, Stephen Rea, members of the band Kneecap, and current and former football players have signed an open letter demanding a boycott of the scheduled UEFA Nations League fixtures in September and October. The letter, part of a broader campaign titled Stop the Game organized by Irish Sport for Palestine, argues that the Irish team should not play due to the clear and ongoing serious breaches of UEFA and FIFA statute regarding Israeli teams playing on occupied Palestinian lands. The signatories further asserted that the Irish government accepts a brutal system of apartheid and acts of genocide. The call for withdrawal was echoed by Roberto Lopes, chairman of the Professional Footballers Association of Ireland, who stated, "Ireland has an opportunity here to lead, to be a pioneer and do what others won't. We need to be brave enough to say enough is enough. We can't just stand by." The open letter features high-profile signatories, including League of Ireland players, former Ireland manager Brian Kerr, and former Ireland women's captain Louise Kerr. It also includes contributions from arts and entertainment figures such as Paul Weller, Stephen Rea, Christy Moore, and Francis Black, alongside members of the bands Kneecap and Fontaines DC. This push comes despite previous internal discussions. In November, the FAI's General Assembly had overwhelmingly approved a motion to ban Israel from UEFA following the military assault on Gaza, a motion that UEFA ultimately rejected. Following Ireland's placement in Group B with Israel, calls for the national team to withdraw intensified. However, the FAI confirmed in February that, after legal advice and stakeholder consultation, the Republic of Ireland would proceed with fulfilling the fixtures. The Princess Royal recently marked the 3rd anniversary of the King's coronation with a significant military ceremony in Hyde Park. The event featured a traditional gun salute, witnessed by Anne, as she inspected the King's Troop Royal Horse Artillery Regiment. Soldiers on horseback deployed from central London to position their artillery for the salute. The gunners were in full distinctive dress uniform, sporting gold braided jackets and Busby hats. 71 horses were used to position 6 First World War-era 13-pounder field guns for the 41-gun Royal Salute, which took place at midday. Prior to the loud salute commencing, members of the Troop Royal Horse Artillery were observed guiding a mother duck and her 6 ducklings safely away from the area. A separate 62-gun Royal Salute was also conducted at the Tower of London by the Honourable Artillery Company at 1 p.m. The King and Queen were crowned in a deeply religious ceremony at Westminster Abbey on May 6, 2023. Anne's inspection was intended to confirm the troops' readiness for a demanding summer schedule of ceremonial duties, with the first major upcoming event being the firing of the minute gun during the state opening of Parliament next week.